Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network presents another exciting edition of Fall Classic Baseball. The 1919 One and Gone is on the air. This is round one, game two. We are at historic Forbes Field as a big game here between the number 9 and 8 seeds. The number 9 Brooklyn Robins take on the number 8 Pittsburgh Pirates. It is now time for some more exciting baseball action here using the Fall Classic Baseball system. And hopefully we will set in and have a very exciting game. Yes, that's what they were known as, the Brooklyn Robins back then in 1919. They were not known as the Dodgers at the time. They are known as the Robins, so they get the call for this series, for this tournament in 1919. We've already had an upset where the Philadelphia Athletics knocked out the Cincinnati Reds. Now we move on to a National League matchup between the Robins and the Pirates as we begin game two of this one and gone tournament. And hopefully it should be exciting. Yep, they not have any trolleys yet to dodge, as Ben Witz is first to join us here at Forbes Field. So we got a good one tonight, the Robins and the Pirates. A couple of Hall of Famers in the lineups, and we'll see what happens tonight as we begin this one and gone. As we begin game two of this one and gone tournament. Ron McGrath joins us now here at Forbes Field. So we have our fast action cards here ready to go for the results of the dice, and we're ready to play. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's go to the top. Let's get ready here. Starting pitcher for the Pittsburgh Pirates in this game is going to be Babe Adams. He was their number one starter that year. 17 wins, 10 losses, a 0.90 whip. He had 92 strikeouts in 1919, so he gets the call for the Pirates tonight. Let's see what his bullpen session comes out to be, and that's a 20. He's not going to have his best stuff, and that means he may go the same way as for the Reds. So Babe Adams is not going to have a good bullpen session, so we'll see what happens with the Pirates tonight. We will do Leon Cadore later. I don't know if it's pronounced Cadore or Cadore or Cadore. Someone there can maybe go ahead and make sure I get the name right. But it is time for some baseball, and we go to the top of the first. Leading off for the Robins is going to be the shortstop, Ivy Olson, 278 average. He had a homer and 9 RBIs. We're going to use red, white, and white dice. The Pirates are the home team. No, they did not have black, yellow uniforms at that time. They were actually a red, white, and blue kind of mixture. But we're going to use red, white, and white because the logo is a red P for this season. Jimmy Jam now joins us here at Forbes Field. I'm glad you enjoyed my hockey, and there will be more hockey coming up in the future. I can promise you that. I had a great time. I may do a Florida Panther. Replay for last year. Let's see how this goes. Let's go to the top of the first. Let's go to the first pitch. And that is a 63. That's going to be an out. And it's going to be a fly ball hit to left field. And getting to that's going to be Billy Southworth. And he will come in and he will make the catch for the out. Next up, it's going to be the second baseman, Jimmy Johnston, a 281 average. He had a homer and 4 RB and only 23 RBIs. Remember, not many home runs. This is still 1919 was the last year of the dead ball era. So we're not going to see many home runs. Adams will pitch. 64, and that's going to be an out. And it will be a ground ball hit to second base. And picking that up will be George Cutshaw. And he will get that and throw it over to first for out number 2. 2 outs now. And now the batter will be the right fielder, Tommy Griffith, a 281 average. He had 57 RBIs and 6 homers. Adams with the pitch. 33, that's going to be a base hit for Griffith. Griffith will get a single, and that will keep the inning going. So a single for Griffith. And the next batter for the Robins will be a Hall of Famer. He is in left field, and that is Hall of Famer Zach Wheat. 297 average, 62 RBIs, 5 homers. Hall of Famer? Yeah, definitely a Hall of Famer. Wheat will come up to pitch. Date will come up to bat. David Vega joins us here at Forbes Field. Griffith is on at first. There are 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. Here's the pitch, 21, and that's going to be an out, and that's going to be a ground out, and that is going to go to grounder right back to Adams. The pitcher, he will take care of that, throw it over to first, and retire the side. No runs and a hit for the Robins, and we will go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the Brooklyn Robins in this game is Leon Cadore. I don't know, as I said, is that pronounced Cadore, or Cadore? I'm not 100% sure. He was their number one. Really, he was their best pitcher in 1919. 14 wins, 12 losses, a 107 whip. He had 94 strikeouts that season. So we go to the bottom of the first. I'm surprised the Beatles Eternally hasn't joined me here yet for a dead ball era tournament, especially as Pirates. But maybe he'll be watching them on the replay. Leading off for the Pirates will be the center fielder, Carson Bigby. 276 average. He had 27 RBIs and a couple of homers. Cadore will pitch, and that's a 32. I know what we didn't do is roll his bullpen session. And that's going to be a 20. So him and Adams are going to have a rough play, are going to have not their best stuff. That was a 32. I'm going to keep it in that. That's actually still going to be an out. And that is going to be a ground ball hit to first base. And that'll be taken by Ed Konichi. And he will take it to the bag himself for the out. 1 down. And the batter will be the left fielder, Billy Southworth, a 280 average. He had 61 RBIs and four homers that year. Cadore, 44. That's a base hit for Southworth, and he's got a chance to steal. His stolen base rating is a 10. SBS is a 10. And let's see if we're going to try to. Let's see if he tries a stolen base attempt. So let's see. Base stealing attempt. He's going to try to steal. A D20 versus the SBS rating of the runner. And his SBS rating is a 10. And the catcher for Brooklyn is Ernie Kruger. He has an average arm, so it's going to be a straight. Let's see. We first got to see if the arm rating, see if the runner gets a jump. So let's see if he gets the jump here. That is so let's see. No, Cadore's arm is a weak. So against the righty, only a 1. Southworth doesn't get the jump. He doesn't. He's going to try to steal. There he goes to second base, and he's safe. Southworth needed a 1 to 10, and he will get to second base, and that will be a stolen base for Billy Southworth. So he gets a single and an SB. And the next batter will be coming up next, the right fielder. Hall of Famer as a manager, but he was a pretty solid ball player. Mr. Casey Stengel, 293 average, 43 RBIs, 4 homers. If you look at Casey Stengel, of course, is in the Hall of Fame as a manager, but as a player, he was pretty solid. You might want to check out his stats. He was definitely a solid player. Casey Stengel will go ahead and bat here with a runner on at second base. Southworth on at second. 1 out here, bottom of the first. Cadore. And let's see, that's a 13, and that is going to be an out. And that's going to be a ground ball hit to first base. And the runner will go to third on that. So Southworth will go to third. That play will be taken there by Konichi. He'll tag the bag himself for the out, 2 away. 2 outs on a ground out to first again. And that will bring up the second baseman, George Cutshaw, 242 average, 51 RBIs, and 3 homers in 1919. So 2 outs, but the Pirates have a man on third. Cadore looks in there, and he will pitch. Cadore, let's see, pitch 21. That's going to be an out. He'll get out of it. That's going to be a fly ball to left field, and Zach Wheat will get to it, and he'll put it away for the out. No runs, a hit, and a stolen base, and the Pirates are not able to get anything going, so no score after 1. So both these pitchers are going to have not good bullpen sessions, but so far no score here after 1 inning. Adams gets back on the mound. Leading off for the Robins is going to be the center fielder, Hy Myers. A 307 average, 73 RBIs, 5 homers. Pitch coming, 23. That will be an out, and it will be a fly out to left. And going out there will be Southworth. He'll make the catch, 1 away. Next batter is the first baseman, Ed Konichi. 298 average, 47 RBIs, and a home run. I don't know if it's pronounced Konichi or Konichi. Someone maybe can clear that up for me as well. Here comes the pitch. 53. That's a possible range. That's a possible KD defense. And that's going to be a range play on the center fielder. And going after that, the center fielder is Myers. And his range for the Pirates, center fielder is Bigby. His range is a 13. His range is actually, because it will not be a strikeout, because Babe Adams, of course, had a 1 there, so no strikeout chance. So a 1 to 13, going after it is Bigby. And for the range, higher range is better, and lower error rating is better. So a 1 to 13, Bigby will make the play. It's a 9. He does. That's out number 2. So nice play by Bigby out there. That'll be a fly out to center. So now 2 down. And the next batter will be the third baseman, Chuck Ward. 233 average. He had 8 RBIs and a homer. Adams will pitch. And 42. And that is going to be an out. Adams will get the play. It'll be a fly ball hit to right field, and that will be Casey Stengel making that. So the Robins hit a fly out to left, center, and right. 1, 2, 3, they go. We go to the bottom of the second. For the Pirates, leading off will be the third baseman, Walter I'm not 100% sure on this either. It's either Walter Barbare, not 100% sure. But he is the third baseman, 273 average, 34 RBIs, and a homer. I'm going to say Barbare. I'll say Walter Barbare, I guess, or Barber, if anybody wants to help me out here. Pitch, 65. That is a home run chance, but it's not going to happen because his pitcher is a -9, and a 1 to 12 -9 is a 3. Oh, actually, he's going to get it. That's going to be a 1. Hold a minute there. Wait a minute. Cadore 1 to 12. A 65 -9 makes that a 3. That's a 1. My bad. He hit this one out. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. That ball is gone. Home run, Walter Barbare. Stadium cheers. Yay! And that's our first home run of this tournament. Now against the worst stuff from Cadore, a 1 to 12, a 65 is a home run. Barbare has a -9, which makes that a 3, and that was a 1, and he got it. Walter Barbare hits a rare home run during the 1919 season. And the Pirates have a 1-0 lead. That was right off his card. Next batter is going to be the first baseman, Vic Sire, 223 average, 17 RBIs. He had 2 home runs in 1919. Cadore, I'll say Cadore now, 45, and that will be an out, and it will be a fly ball hit to right field, and that is going to be caught by Griffith, and that is out number 1. As far as the home run, I'm going to say that home run was hit to center field. So 1 down. Next batter is going to be the shortstop, Zeb Terry, a 227 average, 27 RBIs. He had no home runs. Cadore, 31. That's going to be a base hit. Zeb Terry will get a single, as Cadore has a single on his card at the C level. Most pitchers usually do. And Terry will have a base hit. So single for Terry. And now we will see the catcher, Walter Schmidt, a 251 average, 29 RBIs, no homers. Terry on it first, 1-0 Pirates after a Walter Barbary home run. Here comes the pitch. 33, that's going to be a base hit. That's a single plus for Schmidt, and that's going to be a base hit to center field. Zeb Terry is an average runner. And it says, fast runner advances, others can risk. That was hit to center field. Myers has a 1 to 4 chance, has an 8 chance to get it. Terry's going to hold at second base. He will not try to go to third, as run risk means he does not have to try to automatically go to third. So that will be a base hit for Schmidt. And the Pirates now have runners at first and second. And that will bring up the pitcher, Babe Adams. He had a 185 average and 4 RBIs in 1919. 1 out, runners at first and second here for the Pirates. Here comes the deal. And that's a 14. That's going to be an out. And that's a possible double play if it's a ground out. And that's going to be a ground out to first base, but it's an out X, which means that's a double play if it's a ground ball, and it is. And that is going to be ground ball to first base. So that's going to be a 3-6-3 double play, and that will end the inning. 1 run on 3 hits for the Pirates. They do have a 1-0 lead after 2. You know, I underestimated this game. This game actually is a lot of fun. I just got to learn better how to play it. We go to the top of the third. Adams back on the mound. Leading off for the Robins will be the catcher, Ernie Kruger, a 248 average, 36 RBIs, and 5 homers. Adams with the pitch. 62, and a 1 to 12 is a strikeout. That's an 18, and that's not going to be a strikeout. It's just going to be a regular out, and that's a ground ball hit to short. That's hit to Terry, and Terry will get that and throw it over for the out. 1 away, and here comes the pitcher, Leon Cadore, 161 average, 7 RBIs in 1919. So Adams will deal, and that's a 16. That's going to be a swing and a miss, struck him out. And that is the first strikeout for Babe Adams. He only had 92 of them in that year, in the dead ball era. Next batter is Olson. Olson's 0 for 1. 1-0 in favor of the Pirates. Adams, 55. That's going to be a single for Olson. He has a chance to steal, though, with a single plus. With 2 outs, he has an SBS of an 11. He's not going to go. They're going to keep him at first. And they're going to allow Johnston to try to take a swing. So a base hit for Olson, but he'll hold at first base. And now here's Johnston is 0 for 1. 2 outs. Brooklyn now trying to get something going. And that's a 64, and that is going to be an out. And it will be a fly out to left field. Going after that is Southworth. They'll have an easy play. and retire the side. No runs and a hit for the Robins. And we go to the bottom of the third. Top of the order for the Pirates. Here's Carson Bigby, and he's 0 for 1. Robins and Pirates. This is game number 2 of our 1919 one and gone. Cadore, 22. That's going to be a single for Bigby. He'll get a base hit, and he will head to first. Bigby does have a chance to steal. He has an SBS of 13, and let's see if they want to send. Let's see if they try to steal here. And let's see, base stealing jump against the righty, and Cadore has a weak arm. The only way he doesn't get the jump is on a 1. Nope, he got the jump. Bigby's going to try to go. It's a 13, and Kruger has an average arm, so nothing added there. So a 1 to 13, Bigby steals second base. He does. So Bigby will go ahead and take second on a steal. Second stolen base of the game for the Bucks. So Bigby on at second. And now we will see Southworth come up for the Pirates. Runner at second base. Cadore with the pitch. That's a 41, and that is going to be a walk. So Cadore will walk Southworth, and now the Pirates have got something going on here with 2 men on and no one out. And here comes the legendary Casey Stengel. He is 0 for 1, though. Bigby and Southworth on. Cadore goes ahead and gets the sign from Kruger. And 63, and that's going to be an out. And that's going to be a fly out to right. All runners will hold. That'll be handled by Tommy Griffith, and he will put it away for the out. 1 down. Next batter is Cutshaw. Cutshaw is 0 for 1. Fans here at Forbes Field hoping that maybe they can get some more runs. Cadore, 55. That's going to be a single, and that's going to be a single for Cutshaw. And that's going to be, let's see, it's going to be a base hit to right field. Second to home, F&A score. Carson Bigby is an average runner. He will come around and score. Billy Southworth is a fast runner. He will make it to third. And Cutshaw safe at first. And the Pirates have a 2-0 lead. Stadium cheers. Yay! RBI single for George Cutshaw. And Pirates now lead it 2-0 with runners at the corners and 1 out. And here comes Barbare, who had a home run his first time up. That's the first home run of this 1919 tournament. Cutshaw does get the steal attempt, and he is going to try to steal. Why not? He's got a 13. Well, you got runners at the corners. Maybe you should go ahead and try. Why not? SBS 13. So once again, only a 1. Cutshaw will not get the jump. He doesn't. Cutshaw will try to steal. A 1 to 13. He steals second base. No, he's out. George Cutshaw cut down at second base, trying to steal second, and that'll be out number 2. So Cutshaw tried to take second, but gets thrown out at second base. And Southworth did stay at third. Now there are 2 away. So he tried to steal. Was maybe a good try, but why not? So Cadore will now pitch to Barbare. Here's the pitch, 44. And that's going to be a base hit for Barbare. He will get a single. Southworth will score. 3-0 Pirates. Stadium cheers. Yay! So Barbare has a single, an RBI single, and now it's 3-0 in favor of the Pirates. Barbare does have a steal chance, but he is not going to go. They'll bring up Sayer. Sayer is 0 for 1. 2 outs here, bottom of the third. Pirates have a 3-0 lead. Cadore not having a good night so far. Here's the pitch, 12, and that will be an out. And that's going to be a ground ball hit to the shortstop, taken care of there by Olson. And he is going to throw to first to get Sayer, and that will end the inning. 2 runs on 3 hits and a walk. 3-0 in favor of the Bucks. Top of the fourth coming up. And it will be, for the Robins, it will be Tommy Griffith. And he is 1 for 1, got a base hit. 3-0 in favor of the Pirates. Adams, 16. That is going to be an out, and it will be a ground ball hit to short. That'll be handled there by Terry, and he will throw it over to first for out number 1. That brings up the Hall of Famer, Wheat. Wheat is 0 for 1. Strong. He was a strong dead ball player, absolutely. Here's the pitch, 36, and that's going to be an out, as Adams will have still control over that, and that's going to be a grounder to second, and taken care of there by Cutshaw, and they'll throw it over for out number 2. And now Myers. Myers is 0 for 1. Adams, 15, and that's going to be an out, and that will be a fly out to right, and going there will be Stengel. He's going to use a little Stengelese to go ahead and make the catch, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for Adams. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Leading off for the Pirates will be Seb Terry. Terry has got a base hit his first time up. I wonder if he was named for, remember if anybody did remember the old comic book series, Terry and the Pirates, a very old comic book series, actually a newspaper comic strip back in the day, Terry and the Pirates. I wonder if this is the guy it was based on. If they used him for that, I don't know. I wonder. Cadore. That's a 32, and that's going to be an out, and it will be fly ball hit to center, and that'll be handled by Myers for the first out. Next batter is Schmidt. Schmidt has got a base hit his first time up. Cadore, 62, and that's an out, and that's going to be a ground ball hit to third. And that will be handled there by Ward. And he will throw to first for out number 2. Next batter is Adams. Adams is 0 for 1. Cadore, 64. And that will be an out. And it will be another ground ball hit to short. Taken care of there by Olson. Olson's got it. Throws it over to first. And that'll end the inning. 1-2-3. Go the Pirates, but they have a 3-0 lead after 4. Ryan Sullivan joins us here at Forbes Field. As the newcomer to rotisserie ball is much of a difference between recreating modern era ball and the olden days. I'll tell you right now, just playing a couple of games here of dead ball baseball, it really does feel completely different compared to how a game goes. There really is a difference. There is a difference here. And yes, Ben Witz is 100. I think Ben Witz is right. Leading off for the Robins will be Ed Konichi, and he's 0 for 1. Adams, and that's a 61. That'll be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that is the second strikeout for Adams. 1 down. Here comes Ward. Ward is 0 for 1. Here comes the pitch. 65, and that is going to be an out. And Ward hits one, but not deep. And that's going to go to left field. And Billy Southworth will have plenty of room. And he'll make the catch for out number 2. 2 outs now for Kruger. Kruger's 0 for 1. Adams with the pitch. 35, and that's going to be an out. And that'll be a line drive hit right. To third base. That'll be caught by Barbare, and that will end the inning. It's a line out to third. And that will do it. 1, 2, 3, go the Pirates. They also go the Robins. Still 3-0 in favor of the Bucks. Both pitchers can pitch to 36 batters. They can before fatigue sets in. So they are right now. They've got plenty of gas in the tank. Leading off for the Pirates will be Carson Bigby, and he's 1 for 2, a single and a stolen base. Bottom of the 5th, 3-0 Bucks. Cadore, 55. That'd be a base hit for Bigby. He'll get a single, and he'll hold the first. Bigby again with a good chance to steal, and he's going to try to get the jump, and he will. Bigby's going to try to steal second base again. A 1 to 13. He is safe, and he's just tagged out. Wow, Carson Bigby, what a throw by Ernie Kruger. And Bigby is out, 1 away. Bigby thrown out at second base. Pirates are playing aggressive. It will now, but the base is empty. Here's Southworth, and he's 1 for 1, a single and a walk. Cadore, he'll pitch. And that's 52, and that is a KD defense. That's a 9. No strikeout. So now we go to the chart. And a 52, and it's a possible error on the second baseman. Second baseman is Jimmy Johnston. His error rating is a 9. So a 9 or higher, he does not make an error. That's a 2, he does, and that's going to be a 2-base error by Johnston. There are 2 stars on that card, a 2-base error on the second baseman as he boots it away. Then maybe Pride tried to throw it, and that's going to be an error. That's going to put Southworth on second base. So that is an E4 on Johnston. First error on the Robins. Remember, under a range is good. Over an error means no errors. That's how it goes. So that was an error, and Southworth will be on second base here. And the batter will be the master of Stengelese, Casey Stengel. And he is 0 for 2. Big run at second base. Cadore can't believe that Johnston made the error. He has an error rating of 9, so he's capable of making errors here. Cadore will pitch. And that's a 34. That's going to be a base hit by Cadore. That'll be a base hit for Stengel. Second and base hit to right field. Second to home, a fast runner will advance. Southworth is a fast runner. He will come around. He will score. And the Pirates have a 4-0 lead. Stadium cheers. Yay! RBI single by Casey Stengel. And the Pirates now have a 4-0 lead here in this game. Big time single. And now a 4-0 lead. The next batter is Cutshaw. Cutshaw's 1 for 2. Much different game here between the Robins and the Pirates. Much different than the one between the Athletics and the Reds. Stengel on it first. He's not going to go anywhere. He'll stay put. Cadore. Here comes the pitch. 46. Nope, that's going to go to the ballpark, but no park home run. That is a 15, and and with a righty, that's going to be a foul ball hit down the line to first base, and going into foul territory is Konichi. He's going to make the catch. It's going to be a foul out. As you can see, it says here, no park home run, so we can't hit a home run off the ballpark card. And in Forbes Field, that was a 15, and 8 to 16 with a righty is a foul out. And that's going to be a foul out to first. Runners, of course, hold. That's out number 2. Here comes Barbary. Barbary's 2 for 2, a home run and a single. Stengel on at first, 4-0 in favor of the Pirates. Here comes the pitch, 61, swing, and actually, that's going to be an out on his card, so really doesn't matter, but that's going to be a ground ball hit to short, taken care of there by Olsen, and he is going to throw to second to get Stengel, and the inning will end there. 1 run, 2 hits, and 1 error. And the Pirates now have a 4-0 lead here in this game. We go to the top of the 6th. Babe Adams doesn't have his best stuff, but he's doing all right. Babe Adams did have a low ERA that year. These cards put out the whip, not the ERA, on their cards. I really prefer ERA, but whip is just fine. Babe Adams only had a 0.90 whip in 1919, so he only allowed 1 hit every 2 innings pretty much. As Cutter Historical joins us here at Forbes Field. Babe Adams was a star as a rookie in the 1909 World Series. Good to have the trivia there, Cutter. I will need it. Leon Cadore will go ahead and lead off for the Robins. He is 0 for 1. He will bat. This is 1919, not 2019. Adams. Here comes the pitch. That's a 54 chart. That's off the 54, so let's see what we have here. And base is empty. That's Wild. Ground ball pitcher who knocks it down, picks up, fires to first for the out unless roll versus E rating for Wild throw. So it's hit to the pitcher. Babe Adams has an error rating of 0, which means he's not going to make an error. He's not going to make an error, so Adams will go ahead and get that, and he will throw to first for the out. Error rating of 0 tells me he's not making an error. So a comebacker right back to Adams, and Cadore is out of there. That's out number 1. The batter now is Olsen. Olsen is 1 for 2. 1 out here, top of the 6th, 4-0 Pirates. Here comes the pitch. That's a 15, and that will be an out. And a pop fly ball at the first. That'll be in fair territory. And that'll be caught by Vic Sayer for out number 2. 2 away. Here's Johnston. Johnston is 0 for 2. Made a crucial error earlier. Here comes the deal. 53. Defense. Strikeout KD chart. That's an 18. No strikeout. We'll go to the 53. We'll go to the 53 chart here. Get these out of the way. And that's going to be that's going to be a range play to second base. Second baseman is Cutshaw. His range is an 11. So a 1 to 11, he'll make the play. He doesn't. That's going to be a base hit. So Jimmy Johnston will get a single as Cutshaw couldn't get that. And that does say plus TE. Then roll again. And now it still says now TE, though. That was a single plus TE. And if the die roll results in a single, then roll again versus the fielder's error rating. If it's an error, then the batter goes to second. All runners advance 2 bases. So it was a TE. The error rating for Cutshaw is a 4. So a 1. So anything higher than a 4, it's fine. That's a 15. He will not make an error. So Johnston stays at first. But that is a single for John, a 2-out single. Robbins got to try to get something. Here's Griffith. Griffith is 1 for 2. 2 outs here, 4-0, favor of the Bucks. Game number 2 of this 1919 one and gone. Here comes the pitch, 64, and that's going to be an out. And that will be a ground ball hit to second base, picked up there by Cutshaw. And he is going to throw to first to get Griffith. And they will get out of the inning. No runs and a hit for the Robins, as right now they are just not getting anything really past Babe Adams. We go to the bottom of the sixth. Cadore gets back on the mound. Leading off for the Bucks will be Vic Sayer. Whoever wins this game will play the Philadelphia Athletics in the second round, with the Athletics knocking out the Reds in game one. So here's Vic Sayer. He's 0 for 2. Cadore, 35. That's a pitch, 35, and that's going to be a base hit. Sayer will get a single. He has a 35 on his card, but then you go to Cadore, and it's a single. And because he doesn't have his best stuff, that allows him to get a base hit. So a runner on. And the batter now is Terry. Terry is 1 for 2 with a single. Sayer on at first. Cadore trying to maybe limit some damage here. Fans here at Forbes Field definitely enjoying this game. Cadore, that's an 11. That's going to be an out. And it will be a ground ball hit to shortstop, and that will be a 6-4-3 double play. However, shortstop, a weak arm at short, only gets a fielder's choice. Olsen has an average arm, so that's not going to be a fielder's choice. That is going to be a 6-4-3 at the second, back to first for two outs. 6-4-3 double play as Terry hits into that. 2 down now for Schmidt. Schmidt's 1 for 2. 2 outs now, bottom of the sixth. Cadore, he'll pitch. And that's a 45, and that will be an out, and that will be a ground ball hit to third base, taken care of there by Ward, and he will throw to first and retire the side. No runs and a hit for the Pirates, but they have a commanding 4-0 lead here after 6. Top of the 7th coming up. Adams, he's in complete control. Leading off for the Robins will be Zach Wheat, and he's 0 for 2. Adams with the pitch. 21, and that's going to be an out, and that will be a ground ball hit to third. Barbaret's got it, throws it over for out number 1. Here comes Myers. Myers is 0 for 2. Adams, pitch, 51, and that is a possible KD. That is a 1. That's a 9. It will not be a strikeout. So now we go to the 51 error chart, and a possible error on the second baseman. So the second baseman is George Cutshaw. His error rating is a 4, so a 5 or higher, it's not going to be an error. That's a 12. He will not make an error. Cutshaw's got it, and he will throw it over to first for out number 2. 2 men down. Here's Konichi. Konichi is 0 for 2. When I roll for a range, I'm rolling under the range to try to get the out. When it's an error chance, if it's under the error rating, it's an error. Adams will go ahead and pitch. Adams, 35, and that's going to be an out. And that will be a ground ball comebacker right back to Adams. Adams will take care of that, toss it over, and retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Robins. The Pirates are in command here, 4-0. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game, even though they really didn't do that back at that time. But I'll be right back. Our next game here on the 1919 one and gone, game 3, will be Thursday night. And we're going to League Park. And we got a heck of a pitching matchup for that one. Game number 3 is going to be the number 14 Washington Senators. They will take on the number 4 Cleveland Indians. And we got a heck of a pitching matchup. Pitching for the Indians is going to be Hall of Famer Stan Kovaleski. But pitching for the Washington Senators, the big train himself, Walter Johnson. Was he the greatest pitcher in baseball history? No, 14 versus 4, actually. I'm sorry, 13. 13 versus 4, my bad. Third cutter historical, 13 versus 4, not 14 versus 3. Walter Johnson, the big train, will be pitching for the Senators. Was he the greatest pitcher ever? Who do you take, him or Cy Young? We'll discuss that, I guess, during that game. Walter Johnson versus Stan Kovaleski, 2 of the greatest of all time, 13 versus 4, the Senators and the Indians from League Park. That will be Thursday night, game 3 of this 1919 one and gone tournament. I do not think you want to miss the big train. Bottom of the 7th here, Leon Cadore will come back on the mound for the Robins. And Babe Adams will bat for the Pirates. He's 0 for 2. Pirates have a 4-0 lead. Babe Adams is at complete control. There's the pitch, 35, and that's going to be a base hit. That's going to be a single for Adams. Cadore, a 35 is a base hit on his card. It'll be a single. So Babe Adams gets himself a single. And Adams says, DH? I don't need no stinking DH. Adams on at first. And now the batter is Big B. Big B is 2 for 3. He's got 2 singles. Adams not a very fast runner at all. He's slow as molasses. Here's the pitch. 12. That's going to be an out. And if it's a ground ball, it's going to be a double play. And nope, it's going to be a fly out the left instead. And Zach Wheat will make the catch. 13 versus 4 I met there, Cutter. My bad. Here's Southworth. Southworth has reached base all 3 times by single, walk, and error. Adams on it first. Cadore, 34, and that's going to be a base hit for Southworth as Cadore gives up a single. And that's a base hit to infield or center field. Let's see, base hit in 1 to 3 holds. So Adams, it's going to be an infield single, and Adams will hold at second base, and that will be as far as he goes. Southworth gets his second hit of the game, and now runners at first and second for Stengelese, and he is 1 for 3. 1 out here. Pirates trying to add some more runs against the Robins. Cadore maybe getting a little tired. We'll see maybe if the Robins may want to make a pitching change here, but we'll see. This is 1919, not 2019. Here's the pitch. 61, and that's a swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that is only the first strikeout for Leon Cadore. He only had 94 of them. And that is out number 2. And now Cutshaw. Cutshaw is 1 for 3. Did Cadore pitch 26 innings in a single game in 1920? I don't know. Did he? This is the 1919 season, not the 1920 season, but you can check for me if you want. Adams on at second, Southworth at first. There are 2 outs. Pirates looking for more. Here comes the pitch. That's a 52, and that is not going to be a strikeout. We'll go to the 52 error chart, and that's center field exotic chart. Ugh. So we got to go to that chart, which I happen to have right here. So that is going to be an exotic error chart. So we go to that. So center field exotic error, roll D20 again. And that is a 16. And let's see what it says here. Single plus error, batter safe at second, runners advance 2 bases. So it's a single plus error. So Single plus error, so batter safe at second. So we know Adams will score. Runners advance 2 bases. A fast or an average runner on first will score. Southworth is a fast runner, so he will score. And Cutshaw is going to wind up at second base. So that's going to be a single and an error to center field. That's a big-time error on High Myers. Unless I have to roll for the error. Do I? Hold on. Let's see here. I don't think it is. Exotic error chart. Roll D20. Let me see here. Is it an? It's a single plus error. Roll D20 again. But he has to roll, but it's center field, right? So I have to roll first a center field on exotic. I got it. That's right. I got to first see if he makes an error. It's not an automatic error. I got to see if it is. Center fielder Myers has an error rating of 7. So actually a 7 or lower, it's going to be an error. It's a 6. It worked out anyway. It's a single and an error. So Adams will score. Southworth will score. So a base hit for Cutshaw, an E8. First error on the second error on the Robins, and the Pirates have a 6-0 lead. Stadium cheers. Yay! I have to roll to see if he does an error first. My bad. But he did. That's a 6. So George Cutshaw gets a base hit, and then a bad play by High Myers in center field allows him to go to second, and it's 6-0 Bucks. And now the batter is Barbare, and he is 2 for 3, a home run and a single. Still 2 outs here, bottom of the 7th. If anybody watches the replay of this game and says I made a mistake, please tell me. I'm still learning the game, but I really think it flows a little better than I thought it did. Cutshaw on at second. Cadore will pitch. And that's a 43, and that will be an out. And that's a fly out to left. Getting over there will be Zach Wheat. He'll make the play and retire the side. 2 runs, 3 hits, and 1 error. And the Pirates now lead at 6-0 after 7. I guess defensive against fielding drills back in that days really didn't mean much. We go to the top of the 8th. Leading off for the Robins is going to be Chuck Ward, and he is 0 for 2. Babe Adams has done a great job. He's only scattered 3 hits in this game. Adams, 62. A 1-12 is a strikeout. That's a 10. That'll be a cold strike 3 on Ward. And that is the 3rd K for Babe Adams. 1 out. Called strike 3. Ward should have probably swung at that one. And now the batter is Kruger. Kruger is 0 for 2. And here comes the deal. Adams, 52. Not a strikeout. We'll go to the 52 chart. And that's going to be a possible error on the second baseman. That ball is hit. That ball is hit to George Cutshaw. His error rating is a 4. So a 1-4, it's an error. That's a 13. Nice play there by Cutshaw. He'll get to it, and he'll toss it over to first for the out. And that's 2 away. Next batter is Leon Cadore, but he is going to come out of the game as they have seen enough. And the Robins are actually going to bring in a pinch hitter. It will be done for him. And the Robins will bring on a new batter, and that's going to be Lee McGee, 238 average, 7 RBIs, no home runs, as Cadore will leave with the loss here. And the Robins will go to the bullpen. So here comes Lee McGee. He'll go up against Adams here, 2 outs, top of the 8th. And the pitch, 61, and that will be a swing and a miss. Struck him out, and the inning is over. 4th strikeout for Adams, and 1, 2, 3 go the Robins. 6-0 favor of the Bucks. As fans here are getting ready to buy their tickets here at Forbes Field for a game against the Philadelphia Athletics. The game will be played if they win this game, it will be played at Forbes Field. The Pirates are the higher seed. Leading off for the Pirates is going to be Vic Sayer, and he is 1 for 3. Robins are going to go to the bullpen, and let's see, lefty and 2 righties. And let's see who they're going to bring on to pitch. Coming on to pitch for the Brooklyn Robins is going to be another Hall of Famer. I didn't think I'd get him on the board, but we're going to see him. Another great pitcher, Burley Grimes. Actually, a young Burley Grimes, only 25 years old in 1919. Hall of Famer, no doubt. 10 wins, 11 losses. He had 82 strikeouts. Burley Grimes will come on to pitch now for the Robins. Absolute Hall of Famer. Let's take a look at his bullpen session, and it's going to be a normal bullpen. Sayer will go ahead and bat against Grimes here. Bottom of the 8th, 6-0 Pirates. And 63, and that's going to be an out, and it will be a ground ball hit to first, and that'll be handled by Konichi. Grimes will go over there. Konichi will give it to him, and that is the first out. One out. Here's Terry. Terry is 1 for 3. Grimes, here comes the pitch, 36, and that's going to be an out, and it will be a grounder to short. Olsen's got it, tosses it over, 2 down. Schmidt's next. Schmidt is 1 for 3. Grimes, he'll pitch. And 53, and that is going to be a 14. It's not a strikeout, so now it's a range play. 53, third base single. Third baseman is Ward. His range is a 6. So a 1 to 6, he gets to it. That's a 13. He doesn't get it, and now we'll see if there's a possible throwing error. So that's Ward. His error rating is a 10. 11 or higher, he doesn't make an error. That's a 5. He does make an error, and Schmidt's going to be on second base. So not a good play there by Ward, as he can't make the play in the field. Still tries to get Schmidt out at first, but Schmidt will wind up at second. So that is going to be a single and an E5, and that is the third error on the Robins. So Schmidt on at second with 2 outs. The batter will be Adams, and Adams will bat. He's going to try to go the distance, as most pitchers did back then. Adams is 1 for 3, though. So Schmidt on at second, and Grimes looking in on Adams. Fans here at Forbes Field absolutely enjoying this one here. Here comes the pitch. And that's a 21, and that's going to be a swing and a miss, struck him out, and the inning is over. So the error doesn't hurt. No runs, a hit, and 1 error. And the Pirates holding on to a 6-0 lead here after 8. But will we see some 9th inning magic? Top of the 9th, Pirates trying to close the game out. Babe Adams got plenty in the tank. He will come on to bat. Top of the order for the Robins, here's Ivy Olsen. He is 1 for 3. Fans here at Forbes Field, the Pirates that year had a record of 71-68. Hugo Besdick was the manager of the Pirates in that day. Adams will go ahead and pitch. 22, and that's a leadoff base hit for Olsen. So Olsen leads off with a single, and he's not going to try to do anything stupid. He'll stay right where he is. Leadoff single. Here's Johnston. Johnston's 1 for 3. Adams looking on. He'll go ahead and pitch. 13, and that's going to be an out, and that's going to be a fly out to center. Big B gets under it, and he's got it for out number 1. Meanwhile, the Brooklyn Robins are running out of outs. Supposed to say that before. Here comes Griffith. Griffith is 1 for 3. Olsen at first. Adams will deal. 31. That's a base hit. Single there for Adams, for Griffith, actually. And base hit to right field. First to third advances, so Olsen will go to third base, and Griffith holds it first. So now, a chance here for the Robins to maybe try to get something. Here comes the Hall of Famer, Zach Wheat. Wheat is 0 for 3. Still 1 out. Pirates are not bringing in the infield in. The runners on base don't mean anything. Adams is concentrating on Wheat. Fans here at Forbes hoping Adams will just close the deal here with a 6-0 lead. Adams will pitch. 45, and that's going to be an out, and that will be let's see here. That will be a ground ball to first. The runner, a fast and average runner scores. They're not playing in. They're not playing in. So a fast and average runner on third will score. So Olsen will come in to score for the Robins. And the field, and it'll be a fielder's choice at second base. Although a strong arm starts a double play, and Sayer has an average arm. So that's just going to be a fielder's choice. So Griffith will be thrown out at second. Wheat's on at first. There are 2 outs, but the Robins will at least not get shut out. It's 6-1. So Babe Adams loses the shutout on the fielder's choice, but the run does come in. And now the last chance for the Robins is High Myers. Myers is 0 for 3. 6-1 game now, but Adams trying to close it. Fans here at Forbes Field on their feet, hoping the Pirates take care of business against the Robins. They're loud. They're waving their towels. They are flashing their cell phones, hoping. Oh, this is 1919. Adams will pitch. 43, and that's a plus. I think that's if he gets on base, but a plus on Myers, it won't matter because that's going to be an out on Adams. That's going to be an out, and it's going to be a ground ball to first. That's grabbed there by Sayer. He's got it. He runs to the bag, jumps on the bag. That's your game. The Pirates go ahead and take care of business here against the Robins. They win it 6-1 and move on to the second round. Stadium cheers. Yay! One run on 2 hits. But that is all, as the Pittsburgh Pirates will knock out the Brooklyn Robins, and they will be hosting the Philadelphia Athletics in the second round. A nice win for the Pirates here as we play Fall Classic, the 1919 one and gone, and this was a pretty good game, but the Pirates will take a 6-1 victory into the second round. Fans here are thoroughly enjoyable, and the Robins gave it their best shot, but really, Babe Adams was just too much, but having a number of errors didn't help them. Final line score coming up. For the Pirates, 6 runs, 14 hits, no errors. For the Robins, 1 run, 5 hits, and 3 errors. The winning pitcher is Babe Adams, and he gets the win. And, of course, he goes the distance. The loss is Leon Cadore. He will take the tough loss here in this game. So a big victory for the Pirates. They'll move on to the second round, and they will be playing the Philadelphia Athletics. And that is going to be game number 9 of this tournament. Our next matchup will be Thursday night, game number 3. And that is the Washington Senators taking on the Cleveland Indians from League Park. And I don't think you don't want to miss the big train. Walter Johnson will be going for the Senators against another Hall of Famer, Stan Kovaleski. That should be a lot of fun to roll. Don't miss the Senators and the Indians. The Big Train and Kovaleski. Thursday night. Be there or be square. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out to the turnstiles. Subscribe if you've not done so, and make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong, and we'll see you guys Thursday night. The Pirates go ahead and pretty much take care of business. They beat the Brooklyn Robins tonight 6-1. We'll see you guys Thursday night. Have a good one.